Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Tina from It's a Wonderful Plan. If you are watching this video when it posts, it is August 1st, which is National Planner Day. Oh my gosh, happy International Planner Day, because I do realize, of course, so many people around the world are part of our amazing community and not just here in the United States. So everyone everywhere should be celebrating our love for planners today. I want to share with you my planner system and how I make multiple planners work for me. I know many people have multiple planners, and I also know that many people have just one planner and they may not understand, well, why do you have multiple planners? What do you need that many planners for? That would be confusing for me. To start off with, I do not have duplicate things in the planners that I use. Each of my planners is set up for very specific things in my life. I also have something that's like on the go, which I will talk about that at the very end of talking about these three planners here. The planners that I have here are relatively the same in size. I really like a classic, if it's a disc bound size, or a 7x9. And the three that I have here, I have from Rongrong and two from Erin Condren. We're going to talk about my main planner first. So it's really kind of like the hub of all of these. All right, so we're going to first talk about this planner right here. This is my Erin Condren Daily Duo, and this is really the hub of my planning system. This is like my personal planner, and then I also have a planner for work, and then I have a planner for content creating. So everything goes in here, and then it will go into like different places. I'll show you what I mean as I go through this. So let's take a quick peek here. This is the Erin Condren bouquet design, and I do have a video of setting this up. So I still have to put my name in here. I'm just waiting for some alphabet stickers on the side notes. Rongrong did release an alphabet sticker book, but it got caught up in customs, so that has been released. So I'm just waiting for that book to come in so I could use my alpha stickers, because I don't like to write in my planner. But anyway, I like using alphabet stickers. And then these next pages that I'm going to show you here, I do have a video of how I set these up. This planner just started in July, and I do have some things that I need to fill out, but it actually works out pretty well because I could now show you things, as opposed to like if I had already filled this out, they would be personal things I couldn't share with you. Okay, so we're going to come over here, and the design of this planner. Let's talk about that first. I'm going to go to August because I haven't filled it out yet, even though you are seeing this video on August 1st and after, but when I'm filming it, I haven't filled it out yet. So it's actually worked out pretty perfect where I could show you the layouts. So here's the monthly. The monthly I use for all of like my personal things, appointments or things that go on like every Monday, every Tuesday. I like to have them noted in here so that way I have like a full picture of what my month looks like. And I do like to decorate this layout, but it's around like the perimeter. It's not on any of the dates that are in here. I keep it very, very functional so I could fill it in with all of the things that I need to fill in. I don't like to add like a lot of stickers in the middle or anything like that. It stays very, very functional, but it is very pretty. I like the way that I do decorate it. And when I do decorate the monthly, I follow through on these other pages. So this is the monthly like productivity page. I like to call it the monthly dashboard, but whatever you choose to call it. It has a couple of sections here. So there's like this section here with a little light heading, some bullet points, and then these other sections are lined. This one is just like a blank section. This one is designed for to-dos, so it does have like a long list here for bullet points, again with lines, and then there's a line section down here. So there's no headings on any of these little sections, with the exception of the to-dos right here, which I like. That works out well for me. And then this is a notes section, and then you turn here and you go into the daily. Now this one happens to start on the 1st, a Friday, so I'm going to show you like what a fresh week will look like. Moving into like a fresh week, you would have like a notes page here, and then there's an overview of the week, which is not dated, and then there is the daily starting with Monday and There is a page for each day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday, and they are designed the same way with an hourly section on the left, a to-do section here, and then a blank section here. I love this layout. It is perfect for me. I love having the hourly section and the to-do section, and then this blank section, I usually will decorate it or keep it for extra notes depending on what's going on for the week. I am trying to like have these decorated for me moving into the following week. So by I say like the latest Saturday evenings, I try to have the week like decorated, so that way Sunday evening I can go in and like fill out everything that's going on for the week. And let me show you how I do that. First, we're going to go back and look at July. I think I could share my July in here. So since I was just using this is the first month that I was using this planner because I just got it. It starts in July and it's 6 months on this planner. And then I have another 6 months starting from January through June. So that's how the Daily Duo is designed, hence the name Daily Duo, because it's a page per day. So it can get very thick. So that's how Erin Condren has designed it, to have it into 2 separate books to make it much more convenient. All right, so here's my July, and I am missing like some things from here. Not that you would know that because you obviously don't know like what goes on in my life, but you can kind of get a really good idea of how I have it decorated on the side here, just around the perimeter there, the borders, some extra little stickers where I can make room for them, but the actual dated days are left very blank. And then I like to use either like dot stickers or I'll use highlighters in here. Sometimes I will use like boxes, but not usually. This is a little bit of a different design for me. So something that will like kind of stand out for different like birthdays or anything special for that day. I want to kind of like bring it to my attention. And this, like I said, is a personal thing that I have in here. The only thing that I have in here that's not personal, which is it is content related, is right here on my Saturday morning 9 a.m. YouTube post. That's Central Time, by the way. Because I do a premiere, and with the premieres I need to be present for that in the chats because I like to chat with you guys in the live chat. So that's the reason why I have it here in my personal planner, because that's time that I know that I need to set aside to be available for that. Any other videos that I might post that are not premieres, then I don't put it in this particular planner. I have a separate planner for that. That's that goes in my content creating planner. Any like big work projects or anything going on for work, I put that in my work planner. So that way I keep those worlds separate from each other. And therefore, I'm able to focus a little bit better on each of those categories when I need to, and I'm not distracted by other things in front of me. So this is my personal planner here. I'm going to show you these next pages, but I'm covering up because I did not cover up some personal information here. So this page right here, I have this separated into 4 different categories this month: us, my parents, and my sister-in-law and my nephew. So I usually put like highlights of the month in here for us that are going on. Here would be for myself and my husband. Here's what I need, the things I need to do for my parents, and then the things I need to do for my sister-in-law and my nephew. Mostly I'm doing things to help my sister-in-law out by helping like babysitting my nephew and things like that. So I have these 4 sections, and the reason they're not filled out right now is because I had another monthly and another planner that I was using. So I really just kind of decorated this one because it was the first month of a new planner and I wanted it decorated, and I did fill in a few things, but usually these are all like filled out for the monthly. So, but it kind of works out because now I could share it with you. And I don't think I have this like particular layout spread anywhere else because I just never got the chance, honestly, to take pictures or do any of that. So you're seeing it for the first time here right now. And then this section I do like to have as like a wellness check-in where I'll write some notes in there. I actually didn't even put any headings in here. And then down here is my bills to pay. So that's why I'm covering this up, because these bills are already paid. So it's got like personal information here, but that's how I like to set it up. I put the bills here, and then I'll write like the dollar amount and any confirmation number that I might get after I pay the bills. So this is like my regular setup every single month. Okay, we can go ahead and take a look through July. Most of the stuff I can share with you. If I can't, then I will just edit that part out. This is the weekly overview page. I usually don't fill this out simply because I don't like to repeat things. And I don't really have another way to use this particular page. So I generally don't fill it out. I mean, it's a great page. And then you have an extra notes page here. Um, if I didn't have a separate planner for like content creating, then I would probably use this for content creating, because I think that this would be a really good way to use it. But I don't. So this usually just stays blank for me. So being completely honest on how I use everything here. Okay, now we're going in here, and this happened to be like the end of June going into July 1st. And as you could see, I did fill out some things, and then other things I did not. And that's kind of what happens. I like to do the decorating of it. It's just like my therapy. So I really enjoy just usually Thursday, Friday night, I'll sit down and I'll decorate, because it does take a little while, especially since I'm decorating like 7 pages, right, for the full week. So it will take me a little while to go through and, figure out what I want to do. But I like to keep the week like the same theme. Let's see. For this one I did, let's see. Yeah, this one I could share with you. This one actually I switched out a little bit because we were celebrating like my brother's birthday on this day, so I didn't want to have like a full birthday week. So for this particular week I happened to like switch out how I was decorating it, and as you could see, I didn't really get a chance to fill in. So we're going into like a holiday weekend here, so you kind of get an idea. I have to go in and do a little back planning with this, honestly, because whenever we go anywhere, and we did go away for this weekend, I don't bring my planner with me. I have in the past, but I never use it. And it's just extra stuff to have to carry. And honestly, I don't want to have to look at all of the things that I have to do when I'm away. I need that time to just be like, okay, I am away and I'm going to be present, and I'm not going to worry about what I need to do when I get back until like I get back, or the drive back, whichever way. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you. Um, okay, here, I can come over here. So this is kind of like the bones that I have set up, and I am actually filming on this day. So I didn't even finish filling this out, but I did decorate it. I like to write in my lunch and my dinner, and then I'll write in everything that's going on in this day. I'll put my to-dos here. This area I'll usually leave for like a little journaling, or, highlights for the day. I don't really need this extra area, and because I like to have it decorated, this is how kind of like the blueprint of usually how I decorate things. I do have videos on how I decorate my dailies, so I will link one of those for you if you want to see like a plan with me. But here I changed it up a little bit again here with the colors, but kept it all like florals. And then we're going to go into August. So you kind of have a little bit of an idea of how I do this. Now I want to go ahead and explain something to you. What I have learned to do, because for example, I'm filming some things today, and I'm going to have to do like, upload this video and edit it and do all of the behind the scenes stuff whenever I put out a video. And I might put like some highlights of that in here, so that way I know what I need to do for the day. But when it comes to actually like posting it, then I will come over here to like my content creating planner. So there are things that I have in this planner, but they will like be more detailed in my separate planner for that category. So for instance, like my work, I don't really have too much of a set schedule. I work for myself, so I'm able to kind of like mold my schedule, and every day might be a little bit different, and that's because I'm a caregiver to my family. So depending on what is going on with them, I kind of structure my schedule around what I need to do with them. So because of that, I might write like work here, or work planner. So that way I know I'm working, but I need to refer to my work planner for the details of what I need to actually work on. I hope that makes sense. So that's how I like use the multiple planners where I don't have things crossing over and having a lot of duplicates from all three planners, because it's not necessary that I do that. Okay, so that is my main planner. So now we're going to talk about my work planner. We'll switch it up here. This is my from Rongrong, and I love, love, love my cover. It's so pretty. Her covers have a beautiful matte finish to them, and I am using the dashboard layout for work. I cannot really show you things in here, but I do want to show you how I have it set up for August. Let's move into August because I don't have anything written in here just yet. Okay, so it starts off with a monthly. This is an undated planner. So there's like a monthly dashboard here, and then there is a monthly, which allows you to date it with either a Sunday or a Monday start, because I know some people like Monday starts. I personally like a Sunday start for my monthly, and I like a Monday start for my weekly or my daily planning. That's just how my brain works. That's what I prefer. So whenever I date my monthlies, I always start them with a Sunday. Now for my work planner, I have not been filling out the monthly because I'm finding that I don't really need it. Sometimes I do, depending on like certain projects where I need like an overview of the month. But I also have a separate notebook that I use for my work. So, this doesn't always like really work out for me. So if I don't feel like I need it, then I don't date it in here because it's undated. I can use this whenever I want or for something else, but I do have the planner set up here with the monthly. So if I do need it, I can use it. Okay, so on this side is another little note section. There's lines in here and over here. Now we're moving into August, and this is the weekly here. So you can see I did actually decorate this month, and I did that because August is my birth month. So I thought it would be fun, and it's super, super like simple because I need this to be very, very functional. And honestly, I don't want to have anything that's going to take my attention away from my work focus. But for this month, I decided to decorate it. So let's go ahead and take a look in here. And as you can see, the dashboard, we have a dashboard on this side, and then we have the days of the week on this side. Monday through Saturday, or excuse me, Monday through Sunday. And then I covered this up and I just put here work. I just kind of like reformatted it just a little bit. Otherwise, this particular layout, I will show you, looks like this. It's nice and simple. It says next week here. Super, super simple and minimal. And it's just like your bare bones where you can decorate it however you want. So I decided to use the Midnight's PET box set in here. So I used the washi, and then I used the stickers in here, and I used some highlighters. So I have my to-do section over here. I have priorities. I have a habit tracker, and then there's a blank section here and a note section over here. For myself, I don't use the habit trackers. Priorities I will use, and then I do use this section here. And this section I like to use for like what other people are working on that I work with. So that way I know where we're at with that. And then I like to keep this section here for like just for notes. And then over here, I just have things that I need to keep track of every week, which are the hours that I work each day. And then I am off on Saturday and Sunday. And then I like to have my total hours down here. And I wrote in here the month because I just wanted to refer to it. It's just easier for me because since it is a work planner, and I just want to make sure that I have everything in here correctly. So I use the daily for like whatever I'm working on for that day. Like I'll come over here and I'll like write out all of the things I need to do for the week. The priorities, of course, and then I will pull from my to-do list and priorities, and then I will go ahead and jot in the things I need to do for each day as they come up, and then I will go ahead and I can fill in my hours. And if sometimes I work like split hours, so maybe I'll work an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon, so I will keep a tab of that, a tally of that over here. So I don't like to add a lot of decoration in here. I want to keep it super functional. And then at the bottom I'm able to like write out like, well, what, like an overview of what I worked on for the week, and then the hours that I worked for the week, and then the week itself, because I need to take that information and plug it in somewhere else. And that's the reason why I have this set up like this. So I wanted to share just the setup with you. Oh, and then I changed this one up. This is actually the Coffee Queen. Isn't that pretty? I think I wanted to bring purple in here, and just want to show you how I decorated it. So if you're looking for ideas for yourself for like a dashboard layout, how to decorate it, then this is how I decided to do it. And then of course the 27th is my birthday, so of course I decorated that up and added some more things here. I just got really fun with it, but generally I do not do that. I generally keep it very minimal. I'll have like highlighters, and that's kind of it. So this is my work planner and how I use it for my work. So I love it. It's so pretty. I love everything that I have, because otherwise, why would I have it, right? So everything that I have is so pretty, and I'm very happy with it all. And I think that's the other reason why I have so many planners. I love the planners, and I can't decide on one. You know, I just can't decide on one. And honestly, it's too hard for me to have one planner, because let's say, for example, before I get into this planner, if I need to do something for work, let's go over here. I am a very visual person, so let's talk about how this works out for me on a daily basis. Okay, so I will start my day, and I'm going to open this one up to a day in August. Actually, I will open it up to a day here. So what I'll do is I'll have everything I need to do for the day in here, and including like what I need to do for work, and it'll say it will say work planner. So I'll have the time that I'm going to work here in my timeline, but then over here it'll say work planner. So anything that's work related, I am gonna come over here. Whatever time I have allotted for my work, then this is the only planner that I'm going to be in during that time, because that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on work. And then anything else that I need to do as far as like time that I set aside for work, for like taking care of my parents, maybe I need to make phone calls or check in on them, or whatever it is that I need to do for them, reply to texts or anything that's personal, I'll set time aside for that. And then I'll set different time aside for like content creating. Okay, so those are the three things that we're kind of talking about here, which those are the three things that are like my life. So that's how I go ahead and I use this. And you can see I don't put personal things in my work planner unless it's like a day off or like my birthday. You know, I don't plan on working on my birthday. I don't know if I need to, but I might need to catch up on a few things, but I'm going to be taking my birthday off. So that's the only time I'll put anything that's personal in my work planner, is if I'm actually not working. And then that way I know that like I don't have things written in here on the weekends, because I'm not working on the weekends. So that's how that works for me for that one. Now let's go ahead and talk about my content creating planner. So I am an affiliate for different brands. So I like to have all of that information in one place, because if they are running a sale or promotion, or if I get product sent to me, I need to make sure that I keep that all organized. And I know that I need to, like, I'm receiving certain product on certain days, and what I need to film, and whether it be ideas or what I'm asked to film, whatever it is, that all goes in here. That's like separate, right? That's a separate thing from my personal life and all of the things I need to do as you know, my personal stuff, as, you know, a wife, as a caregiver, as an aunt. So that is all separate. Okay, so let's look at this planner. And this one right here is my content creating, like I said, and I like the color. I love having the color. I don't decorate this planner. Okay, it's all about just adding color in here. Isn't that beautiful? This is the hexagon design from Erin Condren, and I do have the new dashboard layouts, the life planner. Okay, I can show you this because I haven't filled it out yet. This planner also just started in July, so I decided to have this set aside for just jotting down like how many subscribers I have total for YouTube and for Instagram. And then that way I can set myself goals, on how many subscribers I'd like to have by, a particular time, how I'm going to work to make that happen. And I can actually show you this because I haven't filled it out yet. I've been very busy. So I've set it up, but I haven't filled it out with the personal information. But I did set this up as my like affiliate hub area, so that way I know like where I need to check out all of my affiliate information and any usernames or passwords or discount codes that I might need to for myself, of course, to log into, and then of course what I can pass on to you for some savings. And then like these other things happen to be like things that I use: Canva, InShot, Linktree, and so I have like accounts set up with them. So this is just, and I actually need to add because I am an affiliate for Erin Condren, for Rongrong, for Live Love Posh, Jane's Agenda, Cosmetic Plans. I do have Amazon, and then I just became an affiliate for Archer and Olive. So this is again just my hub. I keep things really organized here for myself. This one is going to get a little tricky because I really can't share anything in here with you. So let me come in here. I haven't filled out for August yet, so this has worked out well, but I've already filled out for July and I can't share certain things. So we're going to look at a blank month here. So here's the monthly. And what I like to do for this is I like to color code all of my affiliates. So I'm going to refer back here, and you can see these are the colors that I have for my affiliates. Now I have a new affiliate, so I'm going to have to figure that one out, but that's okay. I will just add a different color. I'll make the adjustment however I need to here. But what I will do here is I will write down each of the affiliates in their respective colors. And then that way, when things are going on, I can go ahead and use those colors in my monthly. I love color coding things. It works wonderfully for me, and things like pop out and I know I see that color, then it's that brand. That's what's going on with that brand. So that is how I use my monthlies. And then with the like dashboard or productivity page, I will like to put like different things like maybe big sales that I need to know about here, or like videos that I want to film here. I'm still trying to like kind of like feel my way around this, because what I was using prior to this was a monthly planner. And this one is a little bit different because this one is a dashboard layout. So now we're into like each week here, which is actually working out pretty good for me. I fill out my habit tracker here for like mostly checking Facebook groups and things like that, making sure I'm commenting on comments that you all leave me on YouTube and on Instagram and all of those other places, because I really do try to make sure that I get back and answer any comments, because I'm very grateful that you are here with me. So I do want to make sure that I spend time reading your comments and responding back to them in a pretty timely manner as best that I can, unless things come up. If you've waited a little while to hear anything back from me, it's usually because maybe it's a weekend or something came up with my family, whatever it is, but I do always try to get back. So thank you so much for all of your comments. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. It's so much fun to hear more about you and like how you use your planners and just different things that you might be going on, in your life. So it's really nice. I feel like I've have just like this nice little relationship with you guys when you leave the comments. So thank you so much to those of you that have dropped comments down below. Appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching. Even if you don't leave a comment, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. Each and every one of you. So this area over here is a really great space for me to write like maybe whatever I need to do for a release. somebody's having a release and I need to film some content, I can go ahead and put all that information in here. Whereas this side, I was using it for like the content that I need to actually create. So that's the thing. There's like two parts when you're creating content. There's, of course, you kind of brainstorming and figuring out like what you want to create and how you're going to do that, what kind of video I need to film. So all of that will go like over here. I'll jot all of that down. And then I will like put down like very specific dates will go on this side. Like what, you know, whatever I filmed, what day am I going to post that on? That will go over here. So that's how I've been using this, and it has worked out pretty well for me. I'm only in like 1 month. I know for myself, it takes me a little while to know whether a planner is going to work like really well for me. So like I said, I was using a monthly planner before for like my content creating. I switched this out to the dashboard layout because this is a new layout from Erin Condren. So I was really, really excited about it. And I didn't know like how I wanted to use it. I just knew that I wanted it. And I'm like, I think that this would work really well for me because I know things like dashboard layouts work great for me for work situations. And I figured I could do this for like content creating. I think it would work well. So far so good, and I'm really happy with it. So that is how I'm using this one, and I love it. Okay, so just a little bit of a recap for you. I have my main personal planner, which is an Erin Condren, a daily duo, where I write like all the things going on in the month. That goes in here. Personal stuff goes in here. But then I will also write in here on the daily if I need to do like work stuff. And then I will actually write in here on the daily work planner. So that means that during that time frame that I'm working, then I come over here and I pull out my work planner. And then the same thing applies to my content creating. So if I need to refer to anything for that, any, sales that are going on, any content that I'm creating, that all like goes in here. I honestly like to have the separate planners. First off, I can never just decide on one planner because I love so many planners. I love this, love this, I love this. I couldn't just choose like out of these three, well, what's going to be my only planner? So for me, that's one of the reasons why I have multiple planners. Another reason is that it really does help keep me focused on each of those categories of my life. My personal life, my work life, my content creating life. We can all easily be distracted by something else, right? We have that whole, like what I like to call the squirrel effect, right? It's like, oh, what's over here, So that can happen to any of us. And, you're definitely not alone. This helps me to keep things separate. So that's another reason. The other reason is honestly, that's what I do. I create content. So I want to try the different planners. I personally want to see them because I'm curious about them. I'm curious about the different designs, the different things that come out. And I think, oh, well, let me see. Maybe that will work for me. Or I just want to see it. I just want to check it out, right? I want to see the different things. So even though that these are my three main planners, these are not my only planners. I have 3 Jane's Agenda planners set up right now. I love, love, love Jane's Agenda. So I have a reference planner. I have a workshop planner. And then I have another planner that I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it yet, but I set it up as a wellness planner. And then I also recently just got something from Archer and Olive, which is an undated planner, which I think I'm going to use that actually for wellness. So you see how things kind of like switch around and I change up. And it's really based on like different things that come out that are very intriguing to me. I have found that I don't know what's going to work until I'm actually using it. If I don't have it set up with the intention to use for a particular category and try it out, I don't know if it's going to work. I can't just look at something and say, well, is this going to work for me? I have a lot of people that ask, well, do you think this would work for me? And I can only advise or suggest or recommend based on like certain design aspects of planners and how you can use them, and of course how I use them. And I hope that that helps you maybe think about like what's going on in your life and maybe what things you might struggle with, and then be able to take the information that I share with you and try it out in your life. So this is what has been working out great for me. I'm really happy with what I have going on here. Like I said, I do have other planners, but those have very like dedicated categories, and I don't pull them out all the time. They are specifically set up for those particular categories. So I will probably be doing like separate videos and you'll see different planners, but I always talk about like what they're for, what I'm setting them up for. These are just like my everyday, because I do use these pretty much every day. This one for sure every day. Work when I'm working, and content creating when I'm creating content. And I am usually doing all three of these things every single day, different times throughout the day. So I hope that you got a little bit of information from me sharing all of my information with you. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you decide to purchase anything, please take a look. I will have all of my affiliate links down below. There are discount codes, if there are discount codes, along with the links. Thank you so much to those of you that have already used any of my affiliate links. I know many of you have, so thank you so much. And thank you so much for thinking about using a link on your future purchase. Drop me a comment. Let me know, what is your planning system? Do you use one planner? Do you use multiple planners? Like, what do you use them for? I would love to know. And I know other people will read your comments as well, and they can get ideas from you also. So it's kind of nice because I will do that when I look at other people's videos. I'll drop a comment, and then I like to read the comments and see what other people have written. And like I said, you get ideas. Everybody's here. It's a great community. We're here to share with each other, and you just never know what you're going to discover in those comments. So please drop that down below. And thank you so much for those of you that drop comments all the time. I know many of you have. I'm so thankful to you for that. And I've gotten to know you because of that. So it's been a really, really fun experience being able to have more of a relationship with my subscribers in the comments or in the live chat on Saturday mornings. That's also so much fun for me. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my content. And thank you so much again for joining me today. If you watch this video all the way through till the end, leave me a purple heart emoji. All right, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.